Good evening. Tom Cover, one of the intellectual pillars of our field, and a wonderful mentor, colleague, and friend to many of us, passed away on March 26th in Palo Alto, California. On behalf of the Information Theory Society, I would like to extend our deepest sympathies to Karen Cover and the rest of Tom's family for this huge loss. I hope that this event will give her some comfort that although Tom is no longer with us, his legacy will always live large in our society as one of its most creative and wonderful members. We are going to have 15 remarks by 15 speakers. Some of them are covarians, and some are colleagues, and some are close friends of Tom. And we'll end with a show by Sergio. First, a couple of things. One announcement, please put your phones on silence. I guess I should do that myself, actually. Okay, so first I'd like to say a few words of my own. So here is the list of speakers, and we have in the flyers we have this list. This is a little bit modified from the one you have. We have one more speaker, Dick Blehot, and Joy Thomas replaced Elza. Okay, so I was one of the 63 or 64 lucky doctoral students that Tom graduated over his 48 years at Stanford, and was a colleague of Tom for over 30 years. Words can't describe how much I owe Tom for his inspiring teaching, caring mentorship, and friendship. In fact, my grief over his death has been beyond losing a friend and a colleague. It has been more like losing a close family member. I will always miss him. I learned many things from Tom: information theory, algorithmic complexity, game theory, football, and baseball, although I still don't know baseball. I have since then forgotten most of what I learned from him, except for one thing, which is how to do research, or his approach to research, which is to work on interesting problems, to seek clean answers, to present results in as simple a form as possible, and to have fun throughout the process. I co-authored 5 papers with Tom. These are not only some of my most prized papers, but they also embody memories of the most exciting and fruitful research collaboration I've ever had, and I will ever have. In Coverfest 2008, I asked the audience to come up with some words that describe Tom, and these are the words that they came up with. My favorite one is the last one, which is wry. Tom was famous for his wry humor. So let me give you one simple example. In an ISL retreat a couple of years ago, one of our colleagues asked, "Why is it that we do theoretical research?" And Tom replied with that look on his face, "Why does my dog raise its leg when it pees? Just wait, don't laugh yet, because it can." Tom also really liked The Most Interesting Man in the World. It's the Dos Equis commercials. He loved them, and he used to always laugh at them, tell them to people, and so on. So flying back from a flight from a workshop at Paris the day after Tom died, I thought of a parody on The Most Interesting Man in the World. It's called The Most Interesting Professor in the World. The narrator says he once had a bad idea just to see what it feels like. His advisor has a tattoo that reads Tom. He sharpens his pencil just by looking at it. He talks to different people about different things at the same time. He knows the outcome of a roulette wheel before it's spun. He is the most interesting professor in the world. The most interesting professor says, I don't normally prove theorems, but when I do, I use Jensen's inequality. Stay interesting, my friends.